All right. So here we go. Yeah, we're now going online. Wesley is going to join us. So here's what's happening. President Obama, 2009. Okay, the world has this process called the Universal Periodic Review, right? And so this is where the world's nations judge each other on their human rights commitments. So if you don't want to say it, don't put it into an international treaty under the United Nations, because they're going to call you on it. Okay, so we didn't sign all these treaties, and every year the United States puts treaties in force, okay, by the State Department. It says all the treaties that we have. And so among those treaties is the Treaty of 1885 in Berlin, which created Africa. That's a treaty in force. The Louisiana Treaty is a treaty in force. Okay, and so apparently we're the first group that's ever went up and used the method of saying, okay, you said treaties in force. There's 10 areas that he said the United States has problems are. The State Department said number one problem that we got in human rights is civil rights, ethnic and racial discrimination. Number two problem we got is criminal justice. Number three, indigenous issues. Number four, national security. Number five, immigration. Number six, labor and trafficking. Number seven, economic, social, and cultural rights. Number eight, we have the environment. Number nine, domestic implementation of human rights. And number 10, treaties. So I used the treaties. I said, okay, well, here's the book. Here's all the treaties, because remember, I used to serve in a diplomatic position. And so I used all that book as a reference. And in that, all these treaties, and there's a treaty out of Colombia that we have called the Organization of American States. In that has a reparations protocol that we, the United States, have used for indigenous issues. Okay, so I said, I'm using that to propose an unsolicited proposal for the solution of what? Institutionalized federal government. All right. Now, institutionalized federal government racism is a disease. All right. And it's a disease that we've qualified it in the diagnostic manual that you get paid on as a disease. All right. So we've got all this infrastructure that, put in there. So we just used it. And lo and behold, the United Nations accepted it. September 15th, 2014. And so we went to Geneva and we gave a statement that went to Geneva that our partner gave an endorsement on that said, we, citizens, would like to meet with your administration, President of the United States, no later than October 2015, to create an alliance between the people of the African Union and the people of the United States through a public-private partnership that is mutually advantageous. It is time to capitalize on our joint skills as Americans, contacts as citizens of a global power in intellectual property through a patent pool process created with the goal of ending institutionalized federal government racism in the United States of America. We do that using the United Nations Human Rights Council Universal Periodic Review. Currently, the UN is conducting a United Nations Human Rights Council Universal Periodic Review of the United States of America. And the Universal Periodic Review, according to the UN Secretary General, has a great potential to promote and protect human rights in the darkest corners of the world. The Friends of the African Union joined in with the United Nations ECOSOC New Future Foundation, founded by Queen Mother Dr. Dolores Blakely, PhD, and holder of 2 master's degrees in education, on September 15th, 2014, and submitted the fact of the Michael Brown case, known then as an example and not the only one, to the United Nations Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights and the United States State Department of possible police misconduct in line with the deadline of such submission in regards to the Universal Periodic Review of the United States on review May 11th, 2015 in Geneva. It is our intention to give the Office of the High Commissioner the entire grand jury report in our UN UPR $5 trillion ISO 26000 superset quantitative easing based solution with an Ohio demonstration that is called the Daniels IDIQ. And so we submitted that. And so now when we talk about the State Department, this is where we have standing, and now we talked about detailing it. Now we talk about bringing it back here to Cincinnati for that demonstration. Bring it here, making it, okay, that demonstration. So the stuff we were just talking about, okay, going to Mercy Hospital and going to Mercy Hospital and saying, give us that hospital, make that, okay, our center for our My Brother's Keeper, okay, here, the demonstration here, to take our partners here, okay, who have already instituted relationships with public health, okay, such as Cincinnati Change, okay, that has this whole infrastructure. Take the faith-based coalition that we're talking about. It is an opportunity to do. And so that's what we're committed to doing. And to make that happen, one of the things that we're doing is standing up the Commonwewealth, which is the whole idea that FAU thought it could stand up by itself, but rather we're going to act as the incubator, okay, that will be the creation of this infrastructure globally that will join the African Union. More details to come as a follow-up, okay. And